everyone, welcome back to the channel. Kind of a quick product review I wanted to do, kind of make everyone aware of. If you saw the Josh Has Never Played series and you saw the very first episode, Josh Has Never Played Mario Kart Double Dash, and you kind of watch it, especially if you watch it on a bigger screen. I'm playing my GameCube. I'm playing it with kind of an inexpensive HD converter, HDMI cable converter, plugged into my GameCube, and the quality is it's hit or miss. It's not great. And there was that kind of double screen thing going through for when I streamed it, so I don't know what was going on there other than, you know, cheap HDMI converter. So after recording that, even before I published it, but after recording it, I thought to myself, I was like, I need to up my game a little bit on my GameCube when I play my GameCube. For when I stream, for when I do videos and game captures for the channel, it was one of those things I definitely wanted better quality. So I started doing a ton of research, and I go down these deep rabbit holes when I'm investigating new technologies, stuff that I haven't purchased before. It's one of those things because I always want to try to get the best that I can possibly get without getting ripped off, and then also get the best bang for my buck. So I was kind of looking around at different things, and I wasn't going to buy a board to solder into my GameCube because it's my Spiced Orange GameCube. Let's pull the controller on the screen. My Spiced Orange GameCube. So I don't want to do anything that can damage it, and I don't want to spend the money to have a professional do it. There's actually a couple local shops in the Richmond area that do those kinds of things, but it costs a bit of money because it takes time, the parts are expensive, and so on. So I didn't want to permanently change my GameCube. Eventually I'm going to buy like a cheap system, like a cheap Dreamcast, a cheap GameCube. I've got two N64, so maybe I'll mess around with my N64 and I'll practice soldering and adding in HDMI ports, but I'm not going to do that anytime soon. So it's one of those things. I still want good quality streams. I want good quality clips. So I started looking around, and I was getting ready to purchase the Eon GameCube adapter, which is about $150, $160, and I was like, oh, I really don't want to spend that much money. It's like, before I make this big purchase, let me search around Reddit, search around PC Mag, YouTube, find a bunch of different things. One thing I did find that a lot of people liked, it's called the Carby. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it for sale anywhere, like brand new. I saw a couple secondhand sellers, but they were charging almost as much as the Eon. I was like, I'm going to pay that much for secondhand. I'm going to buy, you know, a brand new item like the Eon. So I couldn't find the Carby. But then also a lot of people liked this one right here by Retrobit. It's the Retro Prism HDMI adapter. See the back right there. Comes with the wrong side. Comes with the remote and your adapter right there, and also a USB-C so you can update the firmware, which is cool. I haven't done that yet, but you get it. Get out of the package. There you go. You got your adapter and your remote. So the adapter just plugs right into the digital out of your GameCube. So you need, I'll put it in the description, it's like the DL100. It's like the first gen GameCubes, because later models they took out the digital out because people weren't buying the digital out cables. So Nintendo just had the regular audio video out cables. In fact, I'll show you what I mean on the back of a GameCube so you know what the digital port is. But this plugs right into the digital port. You plug your HDMI cable there, and it gives you an up-converted signal, so you can get 480i, 480p to your modern TV, so you get a better, clearer picture. It's not going to be like an Xbox 360 or a PS3 or, you know, your Nintendo Switch quality, like smoothness, but it's going to look a lot better. And then you might say, Josh, what's the remote for? Well, all of these converters, you can change whether you want 480i, 480p, change the screen ratio to be 16:9, 4:3, what have you. And it's a little infrared remote. You point it at your Retrobit, and you can go through the settings and change them on the fly. So you can change your setting to get the best picture quality out of your game, which is pretty cool. That's another advantage. I like this, and also the Carby has over the Eon. The Eon, you got to do a couple button combinations on your GameCube controller, and then you go through the menu that way. I wanted something a little bit easier than that, so the remote was definitely the way to go for me. Not to mention, this is about half the price. I paid, I think, $75 for this. It goes between $70 and $80, generally speaking, from like Newegg, Amazon. I'll have links below, so you can check this out for yourself if you decide after you see some of the gameplay that you want it. But like I said, just a really cool up converter. Hopefully it's going to make my streams, make my game captures a lot better. Just so you can kind of see the difference. So here is my Spice Orange GameCube. It has the digital out right there. This is, oh, wrong way. This is the regular audio video out that comes standard, that you get the cable, the, you know, your red, yellow, white cable it comes with. This is the digital out. This is where this bad boy is going to fit in right here. It's just going to slide right back there, and you're going to plug your cable in here. And then on the flip side, like I said, you want to make sure you have the digital out. Here's my American game. Oh, there's a shadow there. Let me. There we go. Sorry, I have to turn it sideways. But there is your just regular audio video out. No digital out on this, so I can't play any American games currently right now because this just has the audio video out. It doesn't have the digital out, and it won't work with these kind of GameCubes. So you have to make sure that you do have the two ports, the audio video and the digital out. That way this Prism, Eon, all the digital up converters, the more expensive ones, the ones that are going to give you the better picture quality, those ones require the digital out. So you will need that before you even drop any money. So make sure you have that port on the back of your system before you make any purchases. But yeah, let's get to some game footage. As you can see right here, here's the menu setting, just going through, checking all the different settings. You can fine tune your experience for the Prism and get the best picture quality possible for your TV. First clip I have here is Mario Kart Double Dash. This is using the Prism. We have the settings at 480p. So therefore we're going to get our best picture possible. You'll see in the next clip of just using a cheaper HD converter that the colors are more washed out. It looks almost like an N64, but here we've got bright, brilliant colors. And of course this is not an HD game, so you will see some pixel lines, but overall it's a better looking picture. It's brighter. It's what it's meant to look like, at least blown up the way it is. This next clip from Double Dash, I'm just using a more inexpensive HDMI converter for the GameCube. This one I think ran me about $25 off Amazon. You can kind of see the colors are more muddy. It's almost got an N64 vibe to it with the colors, where they're not popping off the screen like they were with the Prism. Things are a little bit smoother, but it's got this fog effect, like there's a smudge on your glasses kind of thing, where it's just kind of glossed over. Overall, blowing it up to a bigger monitor, bigger TV, I definitely prefer the Prism over this cheaper HDMI converter. But with that said, this cheaper converter, it does get the job done. You can play your games on HDMI on a bigger screen, so it's more or less what you want to spend your money on, whether you want a clearer picture, brighter colors, adjustable settings, or if you just want to plug and play real quick. I just want to play a couple games on my GameCube on my big TV because I don't have a CRT anymore. The Retro Prism will also upgrade your Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games with the use of the Game Boy player for your Nintendo GameCube. As you can see, we got here One Piece Baseball going. And here you have the inexpensive HDMI output, not the Retrobit Prism. With its plug-and-play out-of-the-box setup, plus the added remote to dial in your settings, the Retrobit Prism is a must if you want to take your GameCube setup to the next level. It is a bit pricey, coming in at about $70 to $80, But if you stream or you do game capture, it's well worth the price, and I'd say a definite buy. So once again, thank you all for watching this review. If you liked what you saw, give us a like down below and come back for more. And as always, have a great rest of your day.